Hello everybody, it's Sean here from Old Gardening Ways. Right, Shallots Day. Just to say, taken away from shallots a minute, just to say some of my onions have broke surface, the ALC, so I'm happy about that. They wouldn't near a couple of days ago, and they're up nearly on the loop. I started them in the kitchen in the window, thinking that was the hottest place. Well, my wife said, now it's winter, it's the coldest. I thought, right, I'll get them in the front room. Just left them alone. Of course, with the heat, with the TV and all the Christmas lights, they've come on brilliant. Right, so what I'm going to do, these are Hative niort shallots. Quite an expensive shallot, French, I think. These are off my mate. And this is his original strain from his father's strain. He's in his late 70s, or nearly 80, I think. So that gives you some idea of what the strain is his dad's before him like. So I'm going to have a go. I've grown them before, but what I'm doing this year is I'm going to keep them all in pots and containers. I'm not trying nothing in my ground this year. Well, I'll try a bit, but I cocked up really. I had some free manure, and it was horse manure, and I read up about horse manure, and it's a no-no until like 2 or 3 years down the line, so it rots completely away. So hopefully the young farmers will be round in the spring, so I can spread a bit on there then. But all my onions and stuff like that, they'll be grown, a lot of them in big containers, like a single onion in a pot or whatever, just to get the size really. I've never sort of done it before, but it looks, I've grown the Kelsey on where my mum and dad live, and there's a richer ground down there, but I'm going to have a go here as well, bring them on large and plant them out, get some dung on the ground later on. I've started to turn the garden. I've just got to dig up some dahlia tubers that were there, that are still there. I'm going to put them in pots. Yeah, that's about it really. So what I'm going to do with these is what I normally do with pots. I wished I'd kept them in pots really. I just want to get a good root system on. See, they're growing already. I didn't know. I thought I'd cut the necks off to make them nice and neat sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know if these are going to be big enough. Well, these will be right to bring them on for the next month until they got like shoots up here sort of thing. Yeah, like I say, these are an old strain. I shall water these once, then that's it then. There's no frost forecast here, so yeah, these were a show shallot. Good pickler as well. I've had a few pickles off him and stuff, but I've been doing a few repairs on my greenhouse. That one there, that pane of glass there isn't lying properly. There's an outlet for a pipe up on the guttering that runs along there with open ends. Well, this morning there was wet in here. You can still see the drips there. So what I've done is, what I'm going to do on a dry day is silicone the hole over, or make it smaller away from the guttering, because it's running down. This glass here isn't sitting. It's right now. It's sitting flush, but I'm gonna have to go down there with silicone, I think. I didn't notice that before, but I think these have perhaps got smashed a long while ago, and the glass that was put in was different stuff. So anyway, that's later on down the line. So I'm basically, Pete and friends, I'm basically starting from scratch again. I used to show in the 80s and the early 90s the large onions and the large parsnips and carrots and all that. So I've still got all my books in there. But yeah, it's nice to get back into it again. Now here, so stand up a minute. I've taken the staging right out of the greenhouse because I need as much room as I can. I can pot up and do all that sort of stuff outside. I've got a workbench and all that, and I can do it out there. But you can see it's just like a store shed at the moment. That's all my buckets for various plants later on. £1 a bucket. I wasn't going to leave them there because what I'll use them as planters, drill some holes in the bottom. They're only a cheap bucket. But I'll go and buy another 10 or 15 later on when they got the sale on in January. So that's what I'll be growing my tomatoes and cucumbers in this year. I've got my own water here everywhere. I've got, I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 or 11 water butts. So they're full of the most of the year round. So that's not a problem. Right. These are the other shallots my mate gave me. These are called Yellow Moon. These are lovely shallot. These are lovely, like an ovally sort of shape, but he has a load of them. So I'll be putting those in a minute as well. Look at that, what a beauty! Beautiful shape, all uniform as well. Look at that. Pretty much uniform here. Look at those babies. Right, folks, this is my third video, I think. It's I'm trying to get organised in here because I used it for a few, well, more than a few years as a shed really. It's nice to get back to it. So it's going to be like a one level. Everything, all the pots will be on the floor, and that'll be it. I'll be training up various stuff up like tomatoes, cucumbers, and stuff. And I'll be keeping some onions in here. I know it gets really hot. But I've got partial shade under the trees, which is against me really. I mean, high summer, it comes up sort of across there, but it's only just coming up over the roofs up there now. This buddleia I'll trim back here. It's my daughter, so I've got to be careful what I do. This one here, I've got to trim a few branches off there. But yeah, I'm getting organised. May not be full throttle this year, but I'll be happy when I get all my parsnips and my carrots in. I've started to, that drum's got to be filled with topsoil, with some seaweed pellets, calcified seaweed stuff. What else have I got here? Yeah, Vitax Q4. That's damn good stuff. We used to use it. I was surprised to find that and still going. We used that in the 90s on my garden. I shall mix all that in with my carrots. Not too much of it, just a bit. And the Vitax calcified seaweed as well. So, like I say, I've been out to the shops over the past few weeks and just bought all the stuff that I might need for the minute. So anyway, I'll keep an eye on your videos, folks. I'm going to get myself a coffee and plant the Yellow Moon up. That'll be it for today. Keeping an eye on my onions indoors. I'll be putting one each in one of these, not 3-inch pots. I thought I'd get them in this one, give them a good start, because when you're dealing with onions, it's best not to move them too many times. You can check them. It's called checking. They stop growing until they build up again, you know. So these are like a This is like a 4-inch pot. Let's have a look. Yeah, I always used to grow mine. That's a 3-inch there, look. So they're going to go straight into 4-inch pots straight from the seed tray. Leave them grow in there. And some of them will be going into these big buckets here. There'll be one in there. There'll be one in each pot. I should only do about 5 or 6 in the big pots. They grow about. They cost about £3 each, but I thought they would have been more than that. But this is an ample size for a single onion to grow in. Also, I'll be buying more of the big one to grow my show potatoes in if I can. So I've seen seed potatoes around already. I've got a few of them. I had that blue one given to me, so that's a bonus. As you can see, I've got all these the cell trays here, a few packs of them, so that's all to come. Alright folks, that's my video for the minute, and I'll try and upload it tonight, which is Christmas Eve. Okay, have fun, have a good Christmas as well. It all kicks off now. All your shallots, all your onions and stuff like that. Start thinking about your tomatoes and your chilies. I did see somebody have a chili challenge out there. Well, I've grown chilies a year before. They were called Apache, because they were strong little devils. And I didn't know, jokingly, I had some in here that really dehydrated. They were just like dried right out, all like the onion skins there. Me being me, bit into it. Oh my God. I literally, my mouth was on fire. So I'm never going to do that again. So I do like chilies and cooking and stuff like that. So yeah, so if anybody knows of what chilies you can grow, what you're growing beside, because I always grown Apache, but there's more out there now. So I'm not going to grow fiery hot ones, like, you know. I'm just going to grow a couple of plants just to, well, perhaps show them, I expect, as well, for any other exhibit usually. Anyway, that's enough from me, and I'll catch you all later. I shall keep an eye on your videos as and when I can. So bye for now from Cornwall.